I will show you the before and after in a minute, but I just wanted to say that Sal has a history of not noticing when I cut my hair, so let's see what happens. It's time for my before and after. Are you ready? This is before. The cut is pretty much done. Now we just have to style it. See how it turned out. Okay, well, here's the after. What do you think? Is it any better? I'll show you what it looked like when I would fix it when it was long. I'll show you that right here. And let me know what you think. Did you like it better before or you like it better now? Let's see how long it takes Sal to notice my hair. He's not usually very good at noticing, but I think I look like a different person, so you would think he would notice, but we'll see. He came home from work about an hour ago, but we haven't really had too much close contact. I was kind of in the dark, in the shadow, so he probably just didn't notice, but let's see. He has a habit of not noticing for a long time. We are going to Sal's sister's house for a party, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it should be fun.
For our niece, for her graduation.
Yep.
Nothing yet. This is a mulberry tree, and Sal's dad used to have a mulberry tree in his yard, and I used to like having them. And you want to tell the story about these berries?
Yeah, just out of the blue, these berries started growing. These mulberries started growing in my sister's backyard. I don't think my dad ever planted this kind of tree, or not one with fruit. And it's almost, to me, it's almost like a miracle that it even has mulberry fruit on it. It's like my dad giving us a message. So that's just, God's always showing us signs, you know. It's fascinating.
So those are mulberries.
Tastes just like the ones he had on his tree.
Yeah, his were a different color though.
You're right, they were.
They were like white with a little bit of purple, just slightly purple. But still, it's amazing. That one's good. You really like those mulberries, don't you?
I do. When I would go over to my dad's house, he would always ask me to take some, and I was, yeah, okay, Dad. Now I wish I would have gotten more. I know how special it was.
He gave me a whole bunch once.
Oh, I remember.
And I ate them too.
I remember. Oh yeah, I remember. He gave me a ton of them. That's just my dad saying, you know, hey, I hear you guys. I haven't forgotten about you guys.
Well, we went to the party, and it was for our niece, and she's about 17, 18, and she graduated several weeks ago. We went to the graduation. It was nice to see everybody again. We haven't been coming to the parties as much since we got in the RV, but we made a point to try to get to this one. We were able to get to this one, so.
And I'm glad that we did. It was nice. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It's really hot though today, I'll tell you guys. It's like 90, what is it?
91.
91. I looked at the weather to see what it's like in Quartzsite, and it's 105. So there's not really a lot of difference, except They don't have the humidity, and I think we have the humidity here.
Yeah, it's amazingly hot, and so we actually left a little early so we can get back to the cats. I tried to get it nice and air conditioned before we left, and so hopefully everything, they'll be doing good.
Yep.
We can get back and cool it off.
We sure can. It was nice seeing my brother-in-law's family, and kind of reminds me of old times.
Yeah, our niece is the daughter of Sal's sister, and she's been in our videos before. Well, we made it home, and Sal thought of some other things that he wanted to say, so.
What I wanted to say was, we haven't gone to a lot of these parties over the years lately because my dad hasn't been there, and we used to go to them, pretty much all of them, but it was just too painful to go without him there, and so it hasn't been the same. It wouldn't have been the same. So that's one reason why we haven't really gone to a lot of these parties at my sister's house. And today, though, it was okay. It still was, when I think about my dad not being there, it was still a little hard, but that's just the reason why we haven't really gone, I think.
And it was good to see our brother-in-law's family. We really like his family, and we got to see some of them at the graduation, and so it was nice to see them.
Yeah, they're really nice. I enjoyed seeing them again.
And plus, it's usually hard for us to go with Sal working.
Yeah, that's another reason.
Here we are to talk to Sal about this whole haircut business.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander and Henry are here with us, so I thought I'd show them real quickly. Basically, when we were coming home from the party, he asked me a couple of times, "Are you upset about anything? Is everything okay?" And I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset. I was just like quiet, I guess, because I was puzzled, because I couldn't understand why he didn't notice my haircut. I mean, it was so different, so different from what it was. I couldn't understand how he could possibly not notice, although he has not noticed haircuts in the past, but this one was just so different, and I hadn't had bangs in like 10 years, so I was pretty puzzled by that. So then when we came home, when we got home, he said, he came up to me and he said, did you do something with your hair? Did you cut your hair or something? And I said, yeah, I cut my hair. I cut it. And I said, I was really surprised that you didn't notice. It's just so different. How could you not notice? He said, oh, I did notice. I just didn't say anything. And so,
well, I just want to give an explanation of what happened. I had just come home from work, and we were getting ready to go to my sister's house for my niece's graduation party, and it was just a little bit hectic, and I noticed it right away. I noticed you had the bangs, and it looked like you had like a professional haircut to me. It looked like really, really good, and it looked like you had gotten a haircut. But I wanted to say something, but when you're going and going and going, sometimes you just don't get a chance, and I didn't get a chance to say it right away. And then when we were going to my sister's house, even then I think we were just still, I was busy driving, and I didn't really say anything at that point. And then when things started calming down a little bit later, I finally was able to mention something. So I was able to say something when things calmed down a little bit more. But I wish I would have said something sooner, but like I said, I was just going that day. It seemed like it was a little bit hectic.
Yeah. So, as I said before, it's not the first time it happened. It's happened before, so I was kind of half expecting it, but
is it a guy thing?
I don't know. Has that ever happened to you, where you got a haircut and nobody noticed it? I guess it's happened to a lot of us, so. But maybe next time I'll dye my hair purple. We'll see if you notice that.
Boy. Oh boy. That would be pretty bad if I didn't say anything about that. Right away, at least.
Maybe we should try it.
Maybe. Henry's behind me.
Henry?
Henry.
Hello, Henry. You back here? I felt a little bit better. At least he noticed. All right, well, let us know if it ever happened to you where you got a haircut and nobody noticed it.
Yeah, I wonder if any guys out there have ever gotten in trouble with their wives or for not noticing something like that. But not that I got in trouble. Sharon wasn't upset at all.